Welcome to my awesome health journey. I'm Brett Dupree, and this is my monthly, weekly update for June. Mostly because I know I have one workout remaining, and I just probably not gonna make a video on Monday. But this has been a pretty good month overall. Yes, my ankle still hurts. I'm still dealing with that, but for the most part, the way my body feels and the way I've been able to move, and my experiment of learning how to walk again, has been very good. Man, talking is weird. I generally have my Invisalign, but I'm soaking the retainers right now. So, number one, I'm trying not to get my teeth to click together, like like that. No, they look pretty good. But anyway, um, and it just feels weird to not have them on there. Plus, I still have those tracking things on, so it hits my gums a little bit. Anyways, I just want to talk about why I sound like I feel. Ooh, wow. This way, I'm gonna talk when I get my retainer out. It's gonna not be as the same. Well, anyway. Sorry. My monthly, weekly update. This month has been good. Actually, been really good. As you know, if you watch my videos, I tend to look at like my rate of improvement. And for my average speed on the tread, my rate of improvement this month has not been where I wanted it to be, to the point where it was getting me kind of sad and had to kind of take away that pinpoint of motivation to keep me going. Because here's the thing, I don't love working out. I'm mostly doing it because I want to live a healthier quality life, and I want to make working out a non-negotiable ideal. I'm not working out to lose weight. I'm not working out to even feel better. I'm not even working out to get in better shape. I'm just working out because that's what I should do. It needs to be a habit for 3 times a week, and I have to do that. I have to make that non-negotiable. But at the same time, it's nice to have motivation and inspiration to keep on going. And one of my motivations was my rate of improvement. My acceleration was really good. I had really good velocity as well. My steady stream of improvement, and it was getting better. Then the acceleration started slowing down, and now the velocity was showing down. And for the beginning of 2025, it's pretty much been a crawl. My average speed for the month has been like started out 3.02, and then I got up to 3.06, then 3 because I hurt my ankle and other problems. I got sick, then 3.5, and last month, wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. 3.05, 3.08, then 3.06, 3.07. Last month, I finally hit my goal of 3.1 with 3.12. And this month so far has been 3.2. So a zero point zero 0.08 jump, which has been a while since I did a jump like that, like 6 or 8 months. And I think next month, July, I'm going to start my base speed. Lately has been 3.3 miles per hour. When they say base pace at Orange Theory, I'm going to bump that up to 3.4. I try to do that every other month at the earliest. This year so far, I've been slow doing that, mostly because my ankle's been hurting, and yeah, it's actually mostly that. But getting that better brace has made this possible. But I just want to give my ankle a chance of healing, especially when it comes to going up inclines. My average elevation still around the 280s. It was 297 this month, so like I'm still going roughly the same up, which I don't think that's going to change too much. This month hasn't been too much working out. Only 15 workouts, going to be 16, so only 17 miles after hitting my record 27 miles last month, but that's fine. But another 1.23 distance average, same as last month. So one of my long-term goals is to get the number of workouts to the number of miles to the same. I'm about 80 down, so it's going to take a while, but hopefully soon I'll start getting average 1.3 and 1.4. Maybe in 2 years from now, get my average up to like 1.8 to 2. I don't know. But those are things to think of and things to shoot for. But then again, close to 2 years. Well, right now I'm at like 800, but whatever. One of my favorite things to look at is my yearly growth, which is 4 points of data. It started last month. This is my second month of having 4 points of data, which is super cool because it shows how far I've come. Because the first I started in April, so May and then June, so like my second month practically of Orange Theory, I walked a grand total of 1.8 miles. Then the next year I walked 7 miles at 0.5 mile And then the year after that was 14, so almost doubled it. But this year is only 13. But my tread distance was 1.06. Now it's 1.23. So I walked a little farther. But the thing I really like, of course, is elevation and my real speed. Like my first year, my elevation was 34 feet. My second one jumped all the way up to 141, and then bam, 233. That's what I'm talking about, acceleration. That's a lot of growth. And it's steadily at 297. Not as good of improvement, but still, that's a decent amount of elevation. But the real speed being 1.16, which is very bad. I can't even, it's even hard for me to walk at 1.16, but that's what I was averaging June when I started. And they got 1.93 back when my goal was getting 2 miles an hour. And that's at this point just me like lollygagging. I can do 2.0 is only when I'm very, very tired and don't feel like running anymore. I get down to 2. So that's cool that like 2 years ago, that was me, my average, and me pushing myself. Now that's like, whatever. Last year, it was 2.85, which was kind of exciting for me because getting up to 3 was a big deal for me because since I started, 3 was like, that's almost impossible goal. And now I'm at 3.2. So now my almost impossible goal from when I started is now something that I average, which I think is fun. And it's a good way to look at my progress to remember how far I've come, especially when I think back to my past. I think I had this conversation with my dad about how, like, I think it was my dad. I had this conversation with somebody, I forgot who, about how, like, I used to be an athlete, and how much I was able to move and how well I was able to, it's actually, I think it was, with some D&D people, how, I was trying to convince, because I'm playing with a bunch of people in their lower 20s, and I'm just trying to convince them to keep on moving. And they're talking about, like, they used to be an athlete, but, like, I used to be at least a high school athlete. I was a decent, I went to state in wrestling. I was a first team defensive player at 5'8" on a defensive line. So that's, in my humble opinion, pretty impressive. And this is like the Kent School District, not the biggest school district, but still, it's still a decent sized school district. So I was a decent athlete. And to be able to the point where, like, I can't walk, it was hard for me. I'm pushing myself by walking 1.1 mile an hour is hard. Now I'm getting to the point where I can do 3 miles per hour. It's good to be able to look at my improvement so that I remember how far I've come instead of, thinking too much about where I used to be and who I used to be. I am who I am now, and I am steadily improving and getting better. I think it's the important thing. It's one reason why I do these videos, especially talking about the yearly, monthly improvement. And yeah, so basically, in a nutshell, I'm proud of myself. This has been a amazing journey. Next week, I'm hitting 500, so I'm gonna do this video where my plan is I'm gonna go through this week. I'm gonna write a list of things I was not able to do at workout 1 and that I'm able to do now at 500. So look forward to that video next week. And thank you for watching. I love you for supporting me, and I appreciate you. I love you for who you are, and as always, you are worthy.